Welcome to this week's episode of 60 Seconds with the Superintendent. Well, as you can tell, I'm in a music classroom at Kinsner Elementary School to share one of the great enhancements that's happening in our district through the induction of some new instruments. So let's meet up and take a look at what's going on.
We have a lot of instruments.
My philosophy as a music teacher is to have students actually making the music themselves rather than listening to the music. It is so important to have things in the students' hands. So by exposing them to things like hand drums and xylophones and handbells at an early age, that really sets the foundation for when they're older, so they have a better grasp of what is to come.
Play A for me.
In an ideal world, we would have every student play their own instrument, but we don't have enough instruments. So instead, we have to be resilient and flexible with what we're doing. So we put students in pairs, and if one person is playing the instruments, I'll give a job to the other student, like maybe they can sing to help their partner out. That way, it also reinforces what's happening in the lesson, and it gets them more prepared for when it's their turn to play. In music, our learning process is a lot like language. So first you hear it, then you see it, then you learn to write it and speak it. So with music, students have heard rests before, which are these signs. It means a beat of silence. Students have seen them before.
Write the Z.
A leprechaun came and hid these cards around the room, and I didn't know where they were, so I needed my students to help me find them. And they had to put what they saw on the card in the box on their paper, and that was their first experience writing them.
I'd like to say hello.
Music uses a different part of your brain that you would use in, say, math. So we're allowing students to engage every single part of their brain, thinking creatively. And with Music in Our Schools Month, we're finding a variety of ways to engage the students and help them realize music is more than just what happens in school. So we have a March Madness bracket with different musical artists from around the world, and students get to listen and decide which country's music they like best. So music sticks with kids for their whole lives. I still remember those experiences from those teachers, how they treated me, the compassion that they showed me, how they engaged me in the fun lessons.
I like coming to class because my teacher's very fun.
My favorite part is when I play the instruments.
Whether you're walking in the grocery store and you hear a song overhead, or you're in the car and you're singing along with the radio, music will always be there in your life. So it's so important that students have that basis in elementary school and they have that part of their day, which allows them to be more creative and express themselves. It's really important that we show students it's not just playing hot cross buns on your recorder, it's everywhere, it's global, and it's going to be a part of your life forever.
So the great music and experiences we've heard come from our funds to support these instruments, but also grant dollars so that every student can experience this excitement every day. Again, this is just one more example of the great work we're doing to build a well-rounded experience for our students and build that joy of music. As always, thanks for watching, and go make it a great Mustang week.